Hello everyone, this is Robbie's Ball Animation Bliss, and welcome to another animated news. So we got a bit of anime news for this week, but before we get into that, here are a few words from the channel. Alright Animaniacs, now let's get on the social media train. Want to chat with us in 100 words or less? Then check out our Twitter account. Want to chat with us within a group? Then check out our Facebook account. Want to get the lowdown on everything dealing with animation on this channel? Then check all of the above. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So in today's animated news, we're getting reboots of two beloved classic shows. The first reboot we'll be talking about today is the new Powerpuff Girls reboot that's going to be headed by Craig McCracken. And the second reboot we'll be getting is a new Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which will be more geared towards a preschool audience. So now let's talk about today's news. So let's start with the new Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends reboot. Now, I actually watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends when it first came out in 2004, and I really enjoyed that show. I like the premise of the show, where it's about these group of imaginary friends being forced to go to a home whenever their owners start getting too old for them. And I really loved the premise of that show, and I also loved the humor of the show, and I thought that the writing was very well done. And it was another show that was created by Craig McCracken at the time. So I am interested in this new reboot for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I'm actually surprised that this new reboot is going to be geared towards a more preschool audience instead of a more all ages audience that the original series was. So I am interested to see where this is going and exactly how this show is going to pan out. But the good news is that Craig McCracken will be involved in the new reboot for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, so I am interested in seeing how he will write for a preschool audience. And now let's get into the biggest news, the new Powerpuff Girls reboot. Now this bit of news actually surprised me because in 2016 we had a reboot of the Powerpuff Girls, and that reboot didn't have Craig McCracken's involvement in it. And let's just say that a lot of people weren't fans of the 2016 reboot. Like, a lot of things were changed in that reboot. The characters weren't the way they were in the original series. So we could say that the 2016 reboot of the Powerpuff Girls wasn't the best. But the fact that we're getting another Powerpuff Girls reboot, this time with Craig McCracken's involvement in it, has me a bit excited. Like, I tend to have a love-hate relationship with reboots in general. Sometimes I like some reboots, other times I don't. So I'm hoping that with this new Powerpuff Girls reboot, with Craig McCracken being more involved with this reboot, we'll be getting some witty writing and some awesome action sequences that we got with the original series. So I am looking forward to that. Now, the weird thing about the Powerpuff Girls getting another reboot is that we're supposed to be having a live action reboot of the Powerpuff Girls. And this was announced way back in 2020, and I cover it a lot on this channel about the live action Powerpuff Girls reboot. And so far, there's been a lot of behind-the-scenes drama regarding that reboot. Like, for instance, the original script for the pilot episode was considered so offensive that they wanted to redo the script. So that ended up delaying the series a bit. And then we got Chloe Bennett, who was supposed to be playing Blossom, ended up quitting the series. So yeah, there was a lot of behind-the-scenes drama, and it was unknown at this point if the live-action series was still going. But apparently, they're still going on with a reboot. I'm not sure who they found to replace Chloe Bennett as Blossom, but I guess we'll wait and see how this reboot goes. But yeah, I did find it kind of strange that we're having two different reboots of the Powerpuff Girls coming out at the same time, and it's kind of odd to me because you don't normally see a lot of reboots coming out at the same time. Like, for example, if you have a Muppet Babies reboot, which there is a reboot of the Muppet Babies out there, but anyway, if you have a Muppet Babies reboot that's animated, and then all of a sudden you're getting a live action reboot of the Muppet Babies coming out at the same time, I do find that kind of weird because you rarely see that happen with a lot of reboots. Like, most of the time they just do one kind of reboot instead of doing like two different reboots at the same time. So I'm not sure what's going on here with the Powerpuff Girls, like why the Powerpuff Girls is getting so many reboots. Like, I know that the original series was really popular, and I need to start talking about the original series at some point, but anyway, yeah, I understand that the original series was very popular, but why have all of these reboots of the Powerpuff Girls coming out at the same time? That's kind of odd to me. But overall, I am interested in seeing the reboots of both of these shows. I'm I'm glad that Craig McCracken is coming back to produce both of these shows. He was the creator of the original Powerpuff Girls, and he was also the creator of the original Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. So I am interested in seeing what he's going to do with these reboots, and if these reboots are going to recapture the magic that was done by the original series. So that's it for this week's animated news, and tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this week's animated news? Are you excited for the new Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends reboot? What do you think about the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends being geared towards a more preschool audience? And do you think that the Powerpuff Girls should get another reboot, or do you think that they should just leave this all alone and just let the original Powerpuff Girls series stay where it is? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbi as well at Animation Bliss, and I'll see you guys later. Hey animation fans, like this video? If you want to see more animated content from this channel, then please hit that big old animated subscribe button so that you can get more awesome content from this channel.